Take a look at this. So what you're seeing there is the US CRAM intercepting Iranian drones, several Iranian drones targeting the US military base. Now, according to reports, Iran targeted US bases in Iraq yesterday, and not all. They targeted several bases using drones. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, Iran relied heavily on drones, knowing fully well that majority of their missiles have been knocked down by the air defense systems. And these drones are the only ones that know how to evade the air defense system because of their low flying, heights. Now, if you watch here, you would also see the effect, the devastating effect of the US operations against Iran. And not just that. Now, this is a Jordanian man who was celebrating when the Iranian missiles were landing in the US military base in Jordan. And of course, this was part of the attack that killed 2 US service members, who is exactly why the US carried out such a heavy operation or attack against Iran yesterday. According to reports, CENTCOM announced that they were going to punish Iran for killing 2 US service members. Now, here is what the US military operation yesterday looked like. CENTCOM posted this video showing the size of heavy bombs, heavy munitions that were deployed targeting Iranian bases, military installations across the coastal region around the Strait of Hormuz yesterday night. Now, according to reports, many people have also confirmed that currently Iran, about over 10,000 people in Iran no longer have access to clean water to drink, and they also don't have access to electricity. The US attacks has damaged the desalination plants and also some power lines, cutting a lot of Iranian from critical infrastructures. Now, in some of the operations they carried out yesterday, they targeted the commander who ordered for the attack that killed 2 US service members in Jordan. Now, something has changed. This war has now made the US to become more aggressive and angrier. In fact, Brad Cooper is currently very, very agitated. He's willing to go in and bring everything down, but he's being held back by the rules. Now, here is the point. Yesterday, or this early morning, the 19th of this July, the CENTCOM has announced that they currently have over 50,000 servicemen, US military men in uniform, currently prosecuting the war against Iran. As we speak, this is not a sign of weakness. This is not a sign of retreat. This is a message to Iran that killing 2 service members does not mean that you have won, because we are ready to redeploy. We are ready. We are not retreating. We are not going back. We are coming head on to finish what we have started. The US is master of this game. They are master of war. They are currently in active war around the world, in over maybe 5 or 6 active war around the world as we speak. And there is no places where you go to and you hear that they are having poor supply of munitions. There is enough. A lot of companies are currently manufacturing in excess. The US is prepared for war every day, every night. With over 800 military bases scattered across the world, the US logistically is unmatched. The US Navy is larger than the entire world Navy all put together. And when you look at the war going on right now, you begin to see a pattern that looks like what has happened before. What am I talking about? I have tried to study the US war with Syria, and I've seen a repetition of this pattern. Go in the Operation Midnight Hammer, go in and take down every underground facilities, both nuclear and whatsoever. Then take a break, come back, go for the leadership, bring the leadership down. This was aimed at changing regime in Syria, and it worked after 10 years. It paid off after 10 years. The same pattern is currently playing out in Iran. And as we speak, there are already fears of soft coup against the Mujtaba, the son of the Ayatollah. The war is not looking like what Iran understands. Iran thinks this is about launching drones and launching ballistics. I think the war is deeper than that. The US did not begin this war overnight. This war had been orchestrated or planned over 10 years ago. Everything happening had been planned. They knew these attacks on the Gulf nations will come. They knew those bases would be attacked. The US had prepared for these contingencies. Whether we like it or not, the United States is not a kid in terms of war. History has made it clear that the US will go to any war that they are called on at any time, and they will make sure that they deliver a statement. And that is exactly what is happening before our own very eyes. A lot of people think there is chaos in this war. This war is scattered. At the end of the day, the US could actually take over the Kag Island, and not just that, they could actually end up invading Iran entirely and making sure that there will never be a resistance in that country. That is exactly the pattern that we are watching right now.